We're going to do something a little bit different in this live broadcast. I'm going to be giving you a special report from Sky News about silver's war footing. Now, this is actually about Kim Jong-un and his recent military orders. We're going to go through that and then see how it relates to silver and its war footing. You know, silver has, in a sense, been in a war footing for quite a while now, as we've seen the war in Ukraine wage on. But there's other things, too, we have to keep into account as well. Silver, in a sense, has been in a perpetual state of war footing since really the Manhattan Project. But it's really ramped up with a lot of advances in technology and the like. And we are going to be talking about that in relation to the news out of the East in the Koreas. So the Korean Peninsula, I think, very well could blow up into something much larger that could relate to Russia as well as China and Taiwan. I think that North Korea will be used as a proxy. But let's get into the news first. This is actually from late last year. But in my research, I found this as I reported on a video earlier about the latest military aggression out of North Korea. So if you've not seen that video, I hope you will check it out. And folks, we are doing a live video here, so I'm going to go through this and talk a little bit about this as the focus of the video, and then we're going to continue with the live stream to further discuss this with you, the viewers. So stay tuned here with me, but this is something a little bit different for a live broadcast from the channel here. Sky News out of Australia is reporting this, that Kim Jong-un has orders military and nuclear weapons forces to ramp up war preparation. It's been expanding ties with Russia, among others, as Washington accuses Pyongyang of supplying military aid to Moscow to use in its war with Ukraine. I talked about that in my earlier video as well. But this is pretty big news. Now, could this wash over? It could. But it could blow up as well, too. Pun, well, partially intended here. But nonetheless, this could be a new proxy war, a strong proxy, much like Iran is using Hezbollah now in Israel. So North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered his country's military, nuclear weapon forces, and munitions industry to accelerate war preparations to counter confrontational moves by the U.S., according to North Korean state media. Speaking on the policy directions for the new year at a key meeting of the country's ruling party on Wednesday of last week, Mr. Kim also said Pyongyang would expand its cooperation with anti-imperialist independent countries, North Korean news agency KCNA reported. Now, North Korea has a pretty isolated economy. They're basically fed by China, essentially. So I don't know that they would be considered to be part of BRICS or not. But nonetheless, Little Rocket Man, as he is known by from Trump, in Trump's policies, love him or hate him, he pretty much squashed any kind of threat from the North Korean dictator. So he has set forth the militant task for the People's Army and the munitions industry, nuclear weapons, and civil defense sectors to further accelerate the war preparations. Now just think about that. Talking about it as war preparations, KCNA says that is very much, it's pretty scary to talk about it like it's coming, like they know it's coming. It's on the cusp of it. And saber rattling is nothing new out of North Korea. But still, this is something that I think is a little different as we see tensions rise in Taiwan. And obviously, we're learning now that there are North Korean missiles that have been supplied to on the front in Ukraine. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, and I'm curious to see what you guys are thinking about this as well, too. The chat is pretty live right now, and we're going to get to that in a moment. But first, let me just continue with this. So it added, it was in response to anti-North Korea confrontational moves by the United States and its vassal forces, unprecedented in history, he says here. North Korea has been strengthening ties with Russia, among others, as Washington accuses Pyongyang of supplying military aid to Moscow to use in its war with Ukraine. South Korea has vowed a stern retaliation against any provocations by the North, amid fears it will launch a military and cyber attack ahead of South Korean parliamentary elections in April and the U.S. presidential election in November. So think about it, folks. Domestic politics plays a role here too. Now, there are some of you watching this live stream right now who don't reside in the United States, but nonetheless, the U.S. elections will have an impact around the world, no matter which side you're on. And with artificial intelligence and a lot of the same types of scenarios that caused trouble in the last election, they very well could play a role in this election as well too. And I think that the saber rattling here, anything to throw the current administration off its game, will be done for sure. Because I think, in a sense, really many of these leaders fear another Trump term, and so there is consideration of that as well too. Nonetheless, where the election in the United States goes is going to have a dramatic impact. And we'll get to silver in a moment. I'm going to tie this all together with silver because silver's war footing, I think, is going to ramp up. What will that mean for price? I'll talk about that in a moment too. Stick with me here. Now, on last week here, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol visited a frontline military unit on the eastern country of Yeonjeon to inspect its defense posture and called for immediate retaliation if there was any provocation from North Korea. Now, folks, we didn't hear much about this in the West. And this is coming to us from the East out of Australia. And so this is stuff that's kind of propagating from the back end after the headline that came out just earlier today about military moves and missiles being launched into disputed territorial waters near South Korea. So this is all coming to a head here about what is being prepared in North Korea. I urge you to immediately and firmly crush the enemy's will for a provocation on the spot, Mr. Yoon told troops. Observers say Mr. Kim likely hopes to use his boosted arsenal as leverage in potential diplomacy with Washington, possibly after the U.S. presidential election in November of next year. Of course, again, this article came out on December 28th. Excuse me, I had to get a little coffee here. So this is what we're looking at here, that Kim will use his boosted arsenal as leverage in diplomacy with Washington. This is going to be something that's ramping up here, and with more missiles and more tests, more firing of missiles, and likely our arsenal of missiles and weaponry are going to increase as well. We already know we've sent billions of dollars into Ukraine, much of that money not accounted for, and sadly, a lot of that money is not going for military munitions, which is what it should be doing. So that is the fear here. But nonetheless, there's going to be more investment in military arsenal. And the Workers' Party's meeting is expected to last several days, and state media are expected to publicize details of its discussions after it ends. Now, of course, this article is talking about the major threat here. Now, the article finishes up here by saying experts say North Korea is expected to come up with pledges to strengthen its nuclear attack capability and expand cooperation with Russia and China, which are also locked in separate confrontations with the United States. Now, you've seen the movie, maybe Leave the World Behind. One of the things in that movie, spoiler alert, was about separate attacks using propaganda by multiple actors bullying up, ganging up on us. And we've also seen hint on some of this, especially with cyber, with the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab's been talking about this. A lot of factors are coming into play. Now, silver's war footing has two different interpretations. Number one, the literal interpretation, whereas silver itself will be utilized for munitions. It already is. You've heard me talk about in my video this afternoon referencing the amount of silver utilized in munitions, specifically the Tomahawk cruise missile. It always comes up. I posted a video about that. That's linked in the end screen of that other video if you get a chance to check that out. Nonetheless, we really don't know. The overall point is we know silver is used. Silver is used in in munitions, especially with electronics around it. It's not to say that it's at the tip of the missile when it's got some sort of deadly impact or what have you, like a depleted uranium round, nothing like that. But it is used in electronics, and that is something that will continue to happen as we see silver being diversified in its uses. And so, if we start to see a shifting of focus with silver's role in that area, I think it's going to have an impact on the price, and they won't be able to hold it down. Let me repeat that. They will not be able to hold the price down if silver demand increases in the area of defense, not just here, but around the world. Russia needs silver too for its munitions. North Korea needs silver for its munitions and weapon systems and the like. And we see more of this stuff being utilized and being broken, being launched, and being dissipated through these strikes. Well, there you go. Yep, computer systems too, as Jeremy says. That's right. This is something that's going on as defense spending will ramp up likely, which will bring us further into debt. And that means we could potentially run into a situation where we could potentially have stagflation or further inflation yet again. So this is the situation that we're dealing with regards to silver, and how we're going to track it and watch it. That's on the literal sense. Silver's war footing in terms of utilizing it and tracking it in the markets, and its price and its perception is something that is as well in the paper markets. It could be something that they may try to smack down so that they can utilize it for these uses to make it less expensive. But the thing is, it's tit for tat. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter how much it costs. You've heard about the Department of Defense charging, $400 for a hammer. Well, silver's double the price that it is now. It makes no difference to them as long as they can get it. That's all that matters. It really does not matter what the price of silver will be, which means that they don't really care if it's smashed down or not. The thing is that they want it, they can get it. We're already $34 trillion in debt. Deficit spending is already crazy. Might as well, if it's silver doubles in price, which I'm not saying it's going to, by the way, but if it does, well, then it's no skin off anybody's back except for you and I as taxpayers. So that is the situation, the war footing for silver. So I hope you found this report interesting and insightful. I think things could heat up, and I think that North Korea, being the proxy that it is shaping up to be, I think this is what we're seeing. It's not just an isolated kingdom of North Korea under the Kim dynasty with this man's grandfather. There's more to it than that, for sure. So, oops, I think I just played a video. There he is. There he is, walking through there. The Workers' Party Central Committee meeting, a meeting that is now over. There you can see he's got a slightly changed hairstyle there, looking more dapper there. And with his version of sort of a resolute desk, there's the Workers' Party, everybody clapping. Look at I'll give him a big old hand. All those guys, I tell you what, sharp-dressed men, right? There they go. All right. So as he gives his speech, we'll see how this plays out. But nonetheless, let's see here. Very good. All right. Let's see. Oh, man. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Silver Wolverine. Better than Dan Rather, which is not a very high bar, but not nearly as good as Megyn Kelly. Well, I know I don't look as good as her, but likely I'm not as articulate as her. But thank you so much. Good to see you guys. All right. So there you go, folks. So what are your thoughts about that? I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We're going to begin now with the regular broadcast, but that's the while I'm here, might as well go ahead and answer your comments and say hello to you guys. Appreciate everybody being with me here tonight. We'll continue this discussion in the comment section because of today's video later on down the road, but we're going to go through and answer some comments now. I appreciate you guys being here. We got a good crowd with us tonight. We're going to continue this discussion. Doctor Who, Sabinator, Mark B, Coin Sense and Nonsense, Ridge Runner, Matthew is here. He was late. He was first. Doomsayer, the Silver Watcher. Good to see you guys. All right, let's get down here to Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to work backwards now. Since we're talking about this, we're just going to continue this here. Christina says, fake video, fake channel. Well, all right. Whatever you say there, Christina, or whatever your name is. Obviously, the channel is real and this video was real. But we get these scammers, or not these, well, spammers or trolls that pop in once in a while. Steve C. It's a huge powder keg all over the world, and it's about to explode. Prep food and water storage, gold and silver. That's right. Steve C., I agree. It's crazy. It's what's going on. And I'm telling you, I think that North Korea, especially as a nuclear state, is something that they're trying to tip the balance there with North Korea. So I think this is something we need to watch in this area of the world. There's not much really reporting on it in the West yet, but I think that was where a lot of this could potentially spark. I think likely something else in the West, like I'm talking about west of China, and which is the Middle East and Europe, something there could spark, and then something in North Korea will play out at the same time or near the same time to throw the West off in general. And this could lead to potentially World War III sooner rather than later. In fact, the one report that I did see that 2024 is going to be a year of change, decisive change. That's a quote from Kim Jong-un here. Now, one of many here says they all know that Joe can't even wipe his own butt. Soon China will cut off Joe. Depends. No one wants to buy the treasury bonds. USA has never been cut so thin. North Korea will be draining America like Russia is with Ukraine, on top of Israel's drain on America's budget. The BRICS getting ready to eat and told the dollar to go home. You know, you can't help but wonder if some of this is directly related for sure. And maybe that was sort of the strategy that Putin had with Ukraine, knowing that there's a lot of corruption in that country, that the U.S. would continue to contribute to lots of billions of dollars with no restraint, with no accountability where those dollars go. Maybe it's all calculated. I don't know. I keep my mind open on those types of things, but nonetheless, Steve C. says, looking forward to Sunday night's live stream. Well, we're here tonight in a special report, but thank you, brother. Always appreciate your kindness and watching the channel here. Big J says, just another success story of the Biden presidency. Sadly, I tell you what, we do have a very weak foreign policy at the moment. I cannot disagree with you on that. Bill 457 is here. Good to see you. Mr. Frisky says here, well, if us just back off, we would not have a problem with the U.S. Well, I don't necessarily think that's really the key here. What's causing it? Backing off. I don't know what you really mean by that. Kim has no interest in trying to invade the South. Look at this, what he's done here lately. You know, it's crazy. Launching missiles. I mean, there is a monument for reunification from the North Korean standpoint. It is what they've been dreaming of for a long time under their own terms. So anyways, but yes, indeed. All right. Now, Do Matthew here on this video says this. And again, if you've not seen this video, I talk about the latest news with regards to North Korea and their aggressive actions. If you get a chance to see it after this broadcast, I hope you will check it out. He says the amount of silver used in a missile can vary depending on the specific type and design of the missile. That's right. Silver is sometimes used in components such as electrical contacts and conductive material due to its high conductivity. However, the quantity is generally relatively small compared to other materials. Yep, exactly. Specific details would depend on the missile specifications and purpose. That's from ChatGPT. Yep, and they're right to a point, but I would not necessarily just rely on ChatGPT for the right answers on that type of thing. All right. Let's see here. And we've got El Piroved says, remember, versus vampires and Wolfman's military needs silver. That's right, military definitely does need silver. You're exactly right about that. Zardaw says, maybe I see you on the next election live stream. We'll see. The jury's still out as to whether or not I do something like that again this year like I did last, or this election cycle. We'll see here, but we'll see. Lou Adler says, salivate metal, star, thumbs up. Thank you on this report from this morning. Let's see here. Although that's interesting. That's got that different thumbnail for that video. It loaded wrong. Steve C says, "Oh wow, Sal, I just checked out your merch at the Salivate Metal Store. I will be buying some merch." Oh, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that, my friend. I don't talk about the merchandise, but I did add some new products up there a couple of weeks ago. Yes, indeed. And appreciate you guys joining me here tonight as we go through and talk about the latest with silver's war footing. Gold Chick says, "Roos are plentiful here, and my premie is much less than U.S." Well, Gold Chick, I thought you were in the U.S. I thought you were in Miami, so I'm confused there. Long Live Coins is here. Good to see you. Yes, that's right. That's true, Matthew Crust Life. I got to be very careful. Hope you feel better, Bill 457. Good to see you guys. And let's see here. And we've got John Bethia says, "Precious metals and weapons, talking about throwing away our assets." Yes, exactly. I tell you what, although I will say this, that even in a missile that's launched, silver technically is recoverable. Silver especially, you can't just find nuggets laying around. You got to dig for them and process them. There it is. Homestead Aquarius is here. Ridge Runner is here. Good to see you. Silver Watcher, Korea is as dangerous as the great Winnie the Pooh leader. There you go. Oh, boy. That does kind of look like Winnie the Pooh, doesn't he? Silver Watcher, Matt Bittner with an algorithmic hot dog in this video here. Gold and silver get mixed news about demand. Yes, indeed. Very good. And Silver Watcher says, "Not good news for PMs, but it is news. So thanks for bringing the truth to us truth seekers." Thank you, Silver Watcher. Try my best. And I appreciate you watching. Yes, indeed. "This flu is worse than COVID. Joe is trying to kill us all." Yeah, the flu's been going around lately. I hope everybody feels better. Yes, indeed. That's got it. I've known several people that have the flu, and pretty bad. It sucks. Yes, indeed. Good to see Steve C. join us tonight. Welcome, Steve C. Bosnian Stacker says, good day to explore. Nice video and thumbs up." And he's watching this video here. One of my more important videos of 2024 so far, finding the silver lining to low silver prices. It's quite apropos with some of the news that's come out recently here. If you get a chance to check this video out, called "Finding the Silver Lining to Low Silver Prices." I think you'll enjoy it. Silver Saver, yes. We're talking about North Korea and its aggressive statements lately. And I hope you'll rewind and watch from the beginning. It's a Sky News report, as they are literally preparing for war against the United States by upping their nukes and continuing to test. In fact, they have done that recently, and lobbed some missiles. From this video today, they have launched several missiles in disputed territory. Normally, these missile tests are done in either international waters or in their own territory, but this is actually something that is in territory that is claimed by both the North and South, and they've launched a lot of them, and it's based off of the statements that were parroted at this meeting that Kim Jong-un was at. So yes, and that is something that is going to be concerning, because more and more people are going to be ramping up and preparing, including the East, including the West, and that's going to involve more silver for manufacturing of military hardware and electronics, computer systems, weapon systems of all sorts. So that's what we're talking about here. And Kevin Sharp says here, "Sal, I have been saying that since 2020 we will end up in a World War III by 2030. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think of any more time than now that this is something that is of great concern. I mean, already things are hot and expanding in the Middle East right now. Things are hot and stagnant, though, but still hot in Ukraine. And now this we're learning about. I tell you, it's something. So it might be a regional thing, but it will be really World War III. They're kind of interconnected in some ways, for sure. Tony Erickson is here. Good to see you, Tony. THS is here. Emerald Coast Stacker. Yes, indeed. Yes, Emerald Coast, they were successful. In fact, South Korea countered with strikes of their own in the same region. Yes, indeed. Jigsaw Jazz, thank you. Thanks for being a member for 11 months. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate your support. Matt Tyndall is here. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, Steph Fran, 9761 says, what happened here? I think I just lost my place. All right, here. Thank you, Sal. The future's bright for silver. In 10 years, the price will be far more than it is now. I'm holding. That's right. And it's going to be about holding on to its value in due course. 66 Sam, I want one of those Korean Phoenix coins. Had it in a cart a couple different times. Someday, maybe. They do change design on them every year. They are nice. Nice coins. I think you like those. All right, very good. And we've got Illuminator on this news about Korea. The man with a plan to keep us informed. Let's explore, Sal. Thank you, Illuminator. That's what I try to do, bring you the latest news. I may not be first all the time, but I'm first most of the time with some of the news with regards to precious metals. That's what I do on this channel, and I appreciate you guys being here. Jay McGuire is here. Welcome, Jay. And Jeff Nelson, Rocket Man, is at it again. Prices could fluctuate greatly with another military theater opening in 2024. It sure could. You're right. It's crazy. All right, and Paul Richards on this news. Breaking news about the launches which support the threats that he had made in preparation for war against the United States. Paul Richards, I wonder if they're still doing the flag war. On each side of the border, there is a flag at the headquarters. Each side maybe still are increasing the height of their flag to outdo the opposite side. I'd rather have that over people dying. Me too. I would not want to live in South Korea. I've been there, done that, but I definitely would not go more or less live on the north side. Yep, true, very true. And let's see here. We've got William Defender says, could you imagine George Washington having to need a handler? Crazy times we live in. We would still be bowing down to the king. Yep, indeed, you're right, exactly. And Gryphons 3 says, regardless, I still think it will be manipulated to reduce value. Yeah, but you think about it, at least according to the United States, they really don't care if it goes up in price. And I think it probably will go up, and it really won't matter much as long as they can get a hold of it for their uses. And I think they can, and I think they will. But it's obviously better if it's lower for them. But anyways, all right. The next North Korea nuke test, I'm not sure. They did launch these missiles, though. And they're ramping up, which likely there will be more tests coming. And we won't find out about them until after they're launched, though. But I would not be surprised if we see more of them coming, Zardos, in the coming year. We'll see here. Silver Days, Kim is at it again here. He says he must be getting bored being all isolated. However, Russia has brought Kim a care package to lift his spirits. That's true. Yeah, he's not bored, I guarantee you that. The messed up part of it all is that the actual munitions from both sides of any war is sponsored by the same group of elite members such as the Soros Foundations. War has always been the money maker ever since the beginning of the human nature. Thank you, Sal, for keeping us up to date with breaking news. No problem, Silver Days. Well said. Thank you, my friend. And Tucson Bubba with the first super chat of the night. Thank you, brother. I slurp in your honor. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. For those of you who missed it, we covered this topic in great detail at the beginning of this broadcast for about 10 to 12 minutes. And we're continuing here the discussion because what I'm reporting on is news that happened before the video that I did about North Korea's new aggressive military action. Basically, the point of the video is silver's war footing is going to be picking up. And I think the place to watch is going to be North Korea over the next couple of months. Watch what they do. We may not hear about a whole lot of it in the West, but I think, especially since the headlines at the end of last year pretty much fell under the radar. So we'll see. So see what happens. All right, very good. And Patrick Mark says, Pinocchio, where art thou? Yes, indeed. Where is Pinocchio? And Beto D says, I'm thinking of one PR and low mintage added to my collection. Buy it, sell out fast, and won't make any more, but in a gold version. All right, there you go. Proof and low mintage. I might get this coin too. I'm not sure. We'll see here. CNN, the header, leader news, eye roll. They are not talking about North Korea. Talking about January 6th. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, does it? It's crazy. Yep, exactly. Grandpa Law Gaming. I've been stacking since April. Now have $50 face value constitutional, 61 ounce rounds in the sovereigns, mostly sovereigns, 9.5 grams of gold, $300 a month budget. What to buy next? All right, wow, good job. I would say probably 9.5 grams of gold is pretty good. $300 budget. I would say take 100 of those dollars, put it away towards gold, spend 200 on silver. Save it for the gold and get a 1 ounce coin. I know that's going to take a while, but if you can do a little bit more towards gold each month, if the price of silver is lower, and then do that, but spend no more than 200. That's what I would do. Try to get you a full ounce if you can. I think it's a good idea to have some gold. It's a little bit more stable, and it's held its own pretty good. But considering what you've got already in silver, I think you could probably afford to do that. Work towards your gold. All right, William Fender. Same thing happened under Obama. Yes, it sure did. But I think this might be a little bit different considering what's happening with is their involvement with Ukraine. David G is here. Dean R is here as well. Michael K. Good to see you guys. And thank you again to Tucson Bubba for your kindness for that super chat tonight. First one. Hola Akliv says, seems like the war cycle is getting into gear. It really does. I think we're going to hear more and more saber rattling, more serious saber rattling, and maybe even actual action like we saw with with North Korea just today. All right. Sammy Shreds. One thing I've learned over the years, North Korea is really good at testing missiles. Indeed they are. But they essentially stopped under Trump. And now they're back at it again. And Calvin Cooper here says, good morning, Sal. Remember when I was stationed in Okinawa, in Japan, in 75 and 76. Things like this would happen, very scary times. First person that came to my mind was my mother. Yes. Yep. I hear you, Calvin. It's really scary. And I'm not discounting the possibility that things could subside and tensions could ease. But when you think about everything that's going on in the world today on a multifaceted scale, it doesn't take much for something to really blow up and get crazy. Everybody's on edge. And I think that's why this story is so important and why we need to watch and how this will put. And of course, obviously, silver's price is something that we can watch, but really the most important thing is people's lives and the effects thereof. But nonetheless, we're in a unique point in history where we've got so much technology, and technology is so important in the utilization of many of these weapon systems that it's going to be a game changer like never before since the Manhattan Project, I think. Very good. And a line to you says, big stuff coming down the pipe. Be ready. Yes, indeed. That's right. Yep, Chris Bustler, I think you nailed it. Kim got his marching orders by Russia. The idea is to overstretch U.S. capabilities, accelerate U.S. money printing, and attract smaller nations with resources to join BRICS. I think there is a lot of truth to that. You know, kind of like what the U.S. did to some degree to bankrupt the Soviet Union. They are trying to collectively do the same thing to us. And it appears to be working so far. Yes, it does. Havli Alexandria, get currency out of the banks, buy gold and silver. Well, I tell you what, I think that is something that's wise to do. I think it's a good idea to have some cash on hand, mainly so you don't have to spend your gold and silver in an emergency. But yeah, a very good point. Very good point. Happy Alexandru. Let's move on down here. We've got my britches are electrum. I think we're already fighting World War III. In a cold way and through proxies to a degree, we might be. But it's not a hot war yet. Michael K says, a very big deal. Yes, indeed. This is big news. Now, I don't know. Again, like I said, tensions could ease for now. But, the fact that this stuff is happening, given the geopolitical environment to which we find ourselves, it's something of concern and we should pay attention to, which is why I'm reporting on it. Richard Metcalf says, oh, great, the little weasel sees an opportunity with Ukraine, Israel, and our bases being attacked. Iranian proxies not only mention the invasion of our southern border. I don't know how much further we can get stretched. Yep, exactly. That's another thing, too. There's a lot of Chinese that are coming in the southern border, and folks of Asian descent. But could even be some North Korean folks that are popping through there. Who knows? You never know. But our southern border, it's inexcusable that it's open. Really, in reality, we need to shut the border down completely. But they are allowing this to happen and encouraging it. It's just ridiculous. William Rome says, all the expansionism while the core speculates destruction. How long to the point of no return? Yes, exactly. And we're being invaded. And I'll tell you what, when the terrorist attack happens in the United States, and I think it will, it's only a matter of time, the numbers of invaders coming in compared to those that are not, even if it's 3%, it's still far more than the amount of people that were here that came in to perpetrate the 9/11 attacks. You get 10 times more with all that sleeper cells, and then it's game over. And what I fear is that they're not going to have. There'll be little 9/11s across medium-sized cities and small cities throughout the United States in conjunction, almost near the same time, simultaneous, to instill fear in everybody. And you'll have multiple little attacks throughout the big cities, widespread, big time. And that's something that I fear big time. And anyways, let's see here. I don't know. It's just crazy. The possibilities are endless for what could happen here. Southside Frankie, this is a top video and top comment made. I live in the UK and have increased my holdings in 2022 and 2023. Cash in the bank is taking a massive damage. There was a time when gold sovereigns were not rated. This is why I started stacking full sovereigns at around 55 quid each. Not even the bullion grade sovereigns are highly collectible. Top video style, really, thank you. The Royal Mint is now offering an auction service for you bullion. It's going north. Top video, thank you, Southside. I appreciate that so much. And here's one on the debt clock, the latest message from the debt clock. If you guys have not seen that, I hope you'll check that video out as well. Let's see here. He says here, the debt clock has been confirming all the conspiracies and some new ones. They're telling us to get silver. They are also posting star constellations highlighting Jupiter in Virgo. Jupiter will be in Virgo on July 26, 2027. The latest one shows a guy standing on a clock with Jupiter and Virgo holding that looks like some kind of power cell with Tesla logo on it. Tomix X is holding a thorium power cell while standing on a clock with Jupiter and Virgo. Are they telling us that we will have a debt-free money system and thorium as power cells when Jupiter's in Virgo? That very well could be, Canadian Patriot. These graphics are come to those with eyes that can see. Yes. So, in other words, on July 26th is when it could happen, 2027. Interesting. Emerald Coast Stacker, thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate you popping in. Very kind of you. Yes, indeed. Michael K says algorithm on these videos, and I appreciate the algorithm comments, guys. And videos have kind of been underperforming So any kind of algorithm food you can give, I really appreciate that. John Milkolozak says, just know that World War III will not be announced as such. No, that's right, exactly. Just like it wasn't announced as such the 2 other times. It won't be a formal declaration of war. Case in point, World War II wasn't reported as news as World War II until 1945. Yep, years after it started. That's true. That's right. In fact, it was supposed to be the war to end all wars. And World War I was the Great War. It was eventually, wasn't the World War I was not even labeled World War I until after World War II. Right? Exactly. You can't label something World War I expecting that there's going to be another war if you foresee the future. But anyways. Okay, Christy Tanisi. I don't care what you pretend to do. This video is misinformation. I thought it was fake. Oh my goodness gracious. Hoosier Stacker is here. Welcome, Hoosier Stacker. Good to see you, my friend. Have a special report tonight. Appreciate you being here. Check out Hoosier Stacker's channel. Shadowwork says, hold him if you got him. Any word on the Royal Mint, U.S. Mint collaboration coin depicting Lady Liberty and Lady Britannia? I definitely want one. I think it says a lot about the future of money and payments. Yes, indeed. I like the... I've not heard any word on that Shadowwork. I think that program may have been scrapped for the 230th anniversary. It's not on the product schedule. They may do it in 2025. I don't know. We'll see here. Let's see here. All right. Very good, very good. Let's see here. And the real king of Hun, can gold go under $2,000 this year? Because I really want to buy. I have my golden envelope ready with the dollars. Okay, interesting. All right. I think it's possible. I still think it's possible, even with everything that's going on, especially even the news that I'm reporting on here. We'll see. I'm responding back to that troll. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? We've got Richard Metcalf says, it seems to me the lowest premium coins are selling and the higher premiums are showing as inflation is eating away our discretionary cash. Yes, I think that's probably right too. Although, it also includes the bullion offerings, which includes bars, which are low premium, and the kangaroo silvers, which are low premium. Yes, indeed. Norwegian Maid asked a good question. I have more rounds than coins. Should I get coins instead of rounds? I would say it's no problem to get both, Norwegian Maid. And it probably is good to have some to diversify your stack. You can find some lower premium coins, such as an example, the Australian kangaroo bullion coin is pretty cheap. Britannias are not too expensive. So I think it's fine to have a little bit of both. You find the lowest price possible for stacking, but it is good to have some coins in your stack. Yes, indeed. Cope Pug says, praise be Kim, our fearless leader. All right. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. And the global warmer with the algorithmic hanging loose and thumbs up on this one. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. As we press forward, Gamble Aziz says they have 50 caliber silver bullets. That's expensive. Yes. Well, no, they're not. They're not going to be using silver bullets. That's for sure. But the electronics and the missile systems are what they're going to have. Yes, indeed. It's not using the actual tips and the bullets. All right. Unless they're smart bullets, that type of thing. But I digress. All right. Yeah. I like the good stuff. All right. Very good. And we've got Matthew Crust Life on this video about aggressive action from North Korea that I posted earlier today. If you've not seen it, I hope you will check it out. Matthew, I've got a decent chunk of silver. I'd like to truck another 150 ounces back this year, as well as some gold and platinum. I think that's a good idea. a good strategy. Yes, indeed. 108 likes. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see here. DD Prepper 24 is a year. Mad Max all over the world. To the max. Get prepped up while you still can. Good advice, DD Prepper. Good advice indeed. And good to see Dean R. Gold Chick is with us. Good to see Gold Chick. Sabinator is here. Very good. And Z Moore says, thanks for the video. It seems that the world leaders are out of control. What's next? India and Pakistan. Could be. Things could heat up there again over Kashmir. They're kind of somewhat separated out. Those two countries, their major beef is with each other. But India doesn't seem to be getting along, I think, with Russia either right now. So we'll see. So I don't know how this is going to play out between those other situations, but we'll keep an eye on it for sure. Now, Ilian Armory says, can you do a video on palladium? Its price is about $1,000, about to dip under. Will the U.S. Mint still charge $2,500 for the 1 ounce coin? They're charging about $2,000 for them, about $1,900. But Ilian Armory, I've done a lot of videos on palladium, and if you go to my channel and scroll all the way to the right, if there's anything you want to find out if I've done a video on, you can always just type in there. And if you type palladium in the search bar there, you're going to see there's a lot of videos on palladium. And this one probably still relevant. Palladium price is crashing, but there's a lot of different videos on palladium. I don't know why this showed up, our live video right now. Maybe it's because I just said palladium and so it's showing up in the search. Crazy. A lot of videos on palladium. All right. I even did a palladium full stack video. All right, so there's that. Let's move ahead here. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here tonight. Sean, 1744. It says, I know people that personally serve at the DMZ. They're constantly practicing war constantly. It's a military base. North Korea doesn't stand the chance, and hell, maybe with China. The sad people is the people of North Korea who are starving to death. Yes, indeed, it sure is. Yep, very, very true. All right. Good to see you guys. Mike Carrera is here. Welcome. Good to see you. And Matthew Crust Life on this video from this morning about the aggressive military action here. He says he was second on it. Thank you, Matthew, for being on the ball with this one. And Silver Wolverine, who did a great video about this news too. I may pick one up from the Perth Mint directly, still thinking about it. Yeah, part of me is wondering if I should do that too after seeing your video too. Yes, indeed. Craven Fox Bodies here. It says this. He says, I have some 1/10 ounce gold and platinum Perth Mint coins. Kookaburras of 15,000 mint limit on both metals and 10th ounce size, and that is not a lot. In fact, the platinum coins Perth Mint makes is on the level of the American Platinum Eagle in mintage numbers. Now, they help back up the fact that platinum is rarer than gold by mint numbers and demand. That's right. It's a mistake to overlook something that didn't make that many of, and hearing that the U.S. Mint will stop making platinum coins soon. Well, I've not heard that the U.S. Mint is going to stop making platinum coins, but they could decrease it. We'll see. There was a gap where they didn't mint them, so anything's possible. All right. And we've got David G says, thanks, Sal. Conflicts are the only thing holding up a crumbling worldwide economy. Sad, but true. Yep, it sure is. And but if it widens to the scale and get out of control, it's just it's not good for anybody. Tweety Bird here on the Gold and Silver Mixed News video here says, in my opinion, online dealers gouge customers by charging high premiums on the sell side, but only paid spot on the buyback. And then they would tell you the reason was because they had to make money. They killed themselves. The old saying, you can shear a sheep many times, but you only skin them once. Well, I think there's some truth to some of that. But back when premiums were ridiculously high, they were paying back. Most of them were. There were exceptions, but I saw as high as $10, $12 over spot for Silver Eagles. Sevenator, what was your nickname in high school? Oh man, I had I didn't have many real nicknames in high school. Really. Yes, indeed. Did not really have many nicknames in high school. Let's see here. All right. Chad Fiera says, anyone in Canada wants to buy my silver? My bank gave me better returns. All right. Wow, interesting. Your bank buys silver, Chad? Interesting. All right. Mike Kitten is a grandmaster, says algorithmic greetings on this one. Very cool. Thank you. You don't see many kangaroos around, at least not in my circles. Yeah, it is kind of hard to come by. Some bullion dealers have them, but they're not very all that popular, are they? But you're right. Very good. All right. Marie, how many lives do you do a day? Well, so far, I only do them mostly, Marie, on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Those are my regular live streams. But sometimes, in a special occasion like today, I'll do one if there's something important to talk about, or if I just want to just say hello to you. But I only do them one a day if I'm going to do that. But anyways, Wasilla Stacker, thank you, Sal. I hate autocorrect. Me too. You hate that. Michael K. Thank you, Michael K, for the super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. The second super chat of the night. Appreciate you very, very much. All right, the coin slabber says here, I carried this silver. If you've not seen this video, did not get very many views. I was hoping to get more. It's very intriguing. I carried this silver coin in my pocket for 33 years. The coin slabber, this is cool. I often wondered how long it would take to wear one, or in this case, to a P01. Yes, indeed, that's right. And be wild to see. That thing should get a P01 setting. Yes, indeed. And thank you, Zardoz. I appreciate you being here, brother. And so Robert Simeon here says this. To me, the Royal is setting the standard in both design and security features. Love the Perth Mint, though. They can be a little cartoonish at times. As a Canadian, I can't stand the RCM. They don't sell to the public, save for small denominations of extremely expensive items, typical Canadian nanny-state stuff. Love your vids. Thank you, Robert. Yes, indeed. Well, Canadian Mint, some of their practices may not be good, but their quality is exceptional for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Let's get this underway, and we'll continue to talk about what's happening here. We've got the Argus 3310 here. Says the following. Let me get this going. He says, you stated that Perth Mint has a better bullion than Royal Mint a couple times, at least concerning gold products. I don't see how a 4.9 fine kangaroo is better bullion than a 4.9 fine Britannia. You might want to clarify what you mean by better bullion. Better bullion essentially is what some people call semi-numismatic. In other words, limited mintage, little higher premium stuff. I don't like to use the term semi-numismatic because either something is numismatic or it's not. By the way, numismatic is a very broad term, and most of it means collectible coins, essentially. And so, Britannias are not collectible coins. They're just bullion coins. Whereas the Perth Mint Lunar Dragon series, with a limited mintage 5,000 gold coins, that is better bullion. U.S. government, will they call tonight? Yes, indeed. I actually had some scammers call me earlier today. I chewed one out just for fun. Oh, Bruce Pyatt. Bruce Pyatt, thank you so much for the 10 spot, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. Very kind. I'm going to go ahead and do some push-ups for you guys. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Let me do 10. Let me do 10 for Bruce. Here we go. For Bruce, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right. Thank you, Bruce. Every dollar donated via Super Chat, I do 1 push-up or exercise. Every dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family, I do 2. 2 of them. All right. Virgil Kane says here, anyone who can afford to have over $2,000 tied up into one coin has too much money. Oh boy, okay. Well, Virgil Kane, most of us would disagree with that. And one coin, yeah. That's an interesting comment here. A very interesting comment indeed. I disagree with it. And you would too if you had a gold coin. And DD Prepper, excellent report. Thank you, brother. First coin, PC Coins was first on this video. Close. Not quite. Didn't quite make it, but close. Very good. Yes, thank you again to Bruce for that. I appreciate your kindness, Bruce. And let's see here. And Carrie Turan says the following here. I buy what I can afford. And it just happens that the gold bar I received was a Perth Mint bar. It was a special deal of a 1-ounce gold bar, dealer's choice. Should I be concerned? It's still in its assay card. I still love it, along with a 10th ounce Britannia. It is fine, Carrie, but if you ever want to know, just get it tested. You can check the thickness of it. That'll be your easiest test. If it's really thin, you're probably fine. Metal Seer is here. Metal Seer, thank you, brother. $5, please apply this to your push-up verification cam fund. Oh, man. Well, Metal Seer, yes, indeed. Actually, the reason why I don't do the... let me do you a quick 5 for you. And I'll explain why I don't do the... because I have a webcam here. But, let's see here. Let's do 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This office is really kind of messy, number one. I'm kind of embarrassed. Number two, you have to set everything up to hide my face and to show my whole body is almost impossible. At the angle that I'm at and everything like that, it would be very difficult to do. I have done it before, but I was unable to show my whole body. People were saying, you're on your knees. And some didn't believe anyway, so. But thank you, Metal Seer. Appreciate that, brother. Russell Brown says, thanks for the update, Sal. However, I was saddened to hear that the King Charles is a WEF member. Yes, indeed. He's big time in the World Economic Forum. It's insane. User says, oh, platine gambicula condicula. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to take your word for it. Let's see here. User also says, my friend, I respect your work and effort, but I think your sharing would be better if you show us some charts, some pictures, instead of just showing some coins during the whole video. About platinum, I'll go up 100% with money. I was just talking $25 per gram, but maybe this level will never come up and I can't hold a position during 10 or 15 years. Well, user, there's a couple reasons why I don't do that. Number one is, if I did talk about some numbers there, I could have done it, but the time and energy it takes to put in a chart in there with the program I've got, it's not worth the effort with the amount of views I get on these videos. Not many people ask for that information, so whenever I mention numbers, I try to keep it simple and not really talk about it, or not really go into it in too much depth there, because it's bigger than just some of that. If I say it went from this to that on this date and that date, usually that's enough. But thank you for the suggestion. But it's a lot putting these videos together anyway. And the overall message is just with this. I think you'd much rather see the metals than just the charts too. So that's why I do that. Very good. Let's see here. And we've got two, Brother Stacking. Hey, Sal, great video. Thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Oh, no problem, Metal Seer. That's cool, my friend. I appreciate you, sir. All right, let's see here. And Silita says, thumbs up. Thank you, Silita. All right, Gold Maple is ranking some of his favorite mints here. And he likes the Royal Mint for diversity. All right, thank you. That's his #1 mint. Cybercurrent Twitcher, I wouldn't be surprised if a larger percentage of our coins are exported rather than sold in the United Kingdom. You guys don't have to pay the 20% VAT on new silver that the Brits do in the Britannias. Both silver and gold seem very popular in the USA. Yes, indeed. That's right. Very good. You guys are great. And let's see here. He says here, last few years is the numbers of private mints making bullion coins. Yep, Scottsdale Mint making bullion coins for various Caribbean countries. Yep, that's right. Popjoy Mint making bullion coins. Rest in peace. They're gone now. Geiger making Armenia's Noah's Ark coins. And not only that, but Geiger, I think, is also making the Bavarian Mint, which I kind of think is closely related, the Somalian coins. Elephants, right? And let's see here. Bavarian Mint. Oh, I guess Bavarian Mint. Yeah. Some Rwandan wildlife and Congo gorilla coins. Thank you so much. The Tribe. Thank you, brother. Sal has the most factual, well-rounded metals channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you. I try my best for that. And thank you, Michael Church. You guys are awesome. As far as some of the production stuff, I know I'm not fancy with charts and B-roll footage and all that stuff, but a lot of it's because I've tried some of that stuff before. It actually has not helped my views at all, and other channels do that. I just kind of speak from the cuff, and I try to show you some eye candy in the videos that I hope you will enjoy. But I don't really go into showing a lot of stuff, a lot of details, because it's a time thing. It just takes a lot of time and stuff to put that together. If I can find a way to do it efficiently, and then I might give it a shot. But I got to think about that, and how much is it worth to do it, and how much you would want to see that kind of stuff. Darla Lama, good morning, Sal. Thank you for the update. Thank you, Darla. Appreciate you so much. And Gold Maple talking about some mints. We've got Matthew Crust Life. He likes platinum. All right, there we go. Platinum investing in 2023. Is it worth it? Mike can ask the same question in 2024. Might do a video about that too. Thank you. And Doug Stack says, and where does a Royal Mint source their gold? Do they mine in England? I don't think they do. I think they've got to get it from out of the country. Yes, indeed. And thank you, Dean. I try not to hype. I try to bring a balanced approach to the topics of gold and silver. And another thing too is I want and encourage you to give your thoughts on gold and silver, and every comment is welcomed. One person talked about recently about silver, and it was a great comment, but it goes completely against some of the bullish views on silver, and I appreciated it. I think that's what we need here. We need to be realistic about precious metals. Why? Because gold and silver really do sell themselves for what they are and what they have been for thousands of years. They don't need to be anything greater than what they already are. They are already great because of their mere existence. Silver doesn't have to be $50 an ounce to be validated for what it is. In fact, silver at $18 or $17 or $15 an ounce, it's still silver. And sooner or later, the price is going to match and catch up, and to be able to preserve your wealth. Now, some people don't think that silver preserves your wealth, but look at the amount of uses that silver has. Sooner or later, something's got to give, and I don't think that it giving means it's going to just skyrocket to the moon to go into triple digits or anywhere even near $50 an ounce. It doesn't need to. It really depends on how and when you buy, and it's about having it outside of the system. This is why we're talking about silver's war footing. Its use is what's important, and holding it outside of the financial system that we find ourselves in, including a system around these Federal Reserve notes. That's the key. And so that's why I don't get too concerned about the price, which is why I don't sell my silver. I keep it, and I think it's a good idea too. Tucson Bubba has got the bourbon pump here. Thank you, brother. All right, let's see here. Daniel Casse says, I still prefer the RCM coins. They are just beautiful. Yes, indeed. They are nice pieces indeed. All right, Doug Stacks here says the following. Thanks, Sal. Some good points. I live in Western Australia, but 2 days drive from Perth. I buy from other bullion dealers because they sell cheaper than Perth Mint for the same products. Luckily, there's a bit of alluvial gold around my area. Can usually find some to buy off prospectors. That's really cool, Doug. Wow. Seriously thinking about investing in a metal detector. Regardless, the Perth Mint is a hassle to deal with as a stacker that lives in Australia. but can't get there in person. There are other options online that charge less for the current PM products, but have to pay for shipping. Luckily, they let me build up an order 3 months and ship them when I ask. Happy New Year, and thanks for bringing the vids. Good point, Doug, and thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Yes, indeed. That's right. Very good. And let's see here. And Daniel is waving to us here in this video. Response here. I appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. Clear Lake Drive, Sal, haven't intentionally bought a Perth Mint product in years. No real reason, just haven't. But for 2023, I bought more silver rounds and constitutional silver than anything else for the first time. That's amazing. Thank you, Clear Lake. All right, very good. Mitch E is on a silver maple kick. Well, you guys that are here now, I'm just curious. What is your favorite mint? Let me ask you that. What is your favorite mint? Here, I'm curious to see. Just type out the name of the mint in the chat. I'm curious to see. Matthew Crustlife is a fan of platinum. It is a buy, he says. And he says $30 silver by 2025. I think that's a very real possibility to see that in 2025. Matthew, I agree with that. Garbage Man Stacking says, I noticed that the premiums on the Perth Mint have been a little high this year. And also the British Royal Mint had their Coronation Series come out this year, which I bought, and it was the only gold I bought this year was all the different coronation pieces. Okay, yes, all right, yep. A lot of people were wanting those for historical reasons. All right, there you go. All right, Scottsdale Wintergreen Mint. I've never heard of them. Spearmint. Oh, Spearmint. Okay, I get it. All right. Wintergreen Mint, Spearmint, Royal Mint. That's good. Elemental. May they rest in peace. Valcambi, says Jill. And Valcambi is a refiner. I don't know that they may do their own minting. Possibly they could. Atmex is a dealer. They're not a mint. They have something called Nine Fine Mint, who does their products for them for the Perth Mint stuff. Intalio Mint is good. Geiger, yep. All right, very good. Perth Mint, says Jay McGuire. Royal Canadian Mint, says Red Crawler. Scottsdale Mint, says Surrender. Very good. Good answers here. Germanium Mint, says Richard Metcalf. Yep, Spearmint. I should have been more specific, right? Peppermint. Golden State Mint. U.S. Mint should have RMC do all their coins. Yep, exactly. And by the way, nobody has said United States Mint, and I don't blame them. Yep, they're not. They've kind of gone downhill a little bit. David G says, thanks, Sal. Premiums are the key, and potential profit almost always comes from purchase price and not sales price. Slurp on, bro. Thank you. That's right. All right. The crusty one, or the cranky one, not the crusty one. That's Matthew Crustlife. He's the crusty one. Perth Mint premiums on gold fractionals are stupid high, or I would have more of them. I like their designs, but UK coins sell well, I believe, continue to decline because few people like the new king. Perth or some other sovereign mint could really capitalize if they would price like the Royal Mint. Yep. Yes, true. And that might be why the premiums are lower, too. Yep, true. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. Very good. Let's see here. And we've got Matthew. Nope. Folks are strapped for cash. The fund money now goes to higher food and crazy power bills. Yes. That is true. But then why would the Royal Mint have their numbers be so high? I guess it could be a combination of both things. Robert Dudley, in 2023, people didn't have as much money to make purchases other than necessities. Yes, indeed. Thanks, says Timothy Whittington. Thank you for watching, sir. Comment for the algorithm. Muchly needed. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Need all the help I can get on the algorithm. The Silver Stack says, my guess is, Sal, for the year's record sales on UK coins will be because there's a new monarch on the coins and people want to get the first issues that come out. That could be true, too, as well. Yep. Very well could be the case. Ah, yeah. Very good. And we have David. I just bought a roll of silver dimes and gold backs. Buy it while it's low. There you go. Buy while it's low. All right. Let's see here. And Yasma says this: Perth Mint has been accused of selling diluted gold, which is why I think investors prefer to buy elsewhere. They've been pretty much exonerated from that, though. That scandal really, if it did hurt them that much, I'd be really surprised. But anyways, glad to slurp emoticons on this. Channel members get access to some of these icons, these emoticons. So appreciate that, guys. Rocky Superstar, good morning, sir. Thank you. Good morning to Rocky. Appreciate you, brother. Good to see Rocky Superstar. And we got some people that claim Texan Stacker was almost first, but it looks like Edwin Tan was first on this one. Good job, Edwin Tan, on this video. Now going back to the Debt Clock Secret video, we're keeping up with, completely caught up with the Debt Clock Secret messages. A lot of interesting interpretation of what's going on there. Thomas X might be the Book of Thomas 10. The little lamp he's holding could be a new energy source. On his forehead, that represents the third eye, the pineal gland. That could be way out guess, but I'm sticking with it. You're not the only one that said that. I think you might be onto something, Steve Wood. Very well could be. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Long Live Coins is here. Good to see you guys. Glad you're with me tonight. My Silver Journey says it would be crazy to see it all in one cube. Can you imagine having that 72-foot by 72-foot cube, or 75-foot cube altogether here? That would be something else to see. It would be quite an interesting mechanism here. Let's see here. All right. Little bass there for you tonight. All right. Oh, man. You know, I don't know what Alex Webster does on Hammer Smash Face. I have to listen closer to it. I listen mostly to the guitar on that one, but I'll have to listen to what Alex Webster does. Likely, I could not do anything close to what Alex does. He's an amazing, plays with his fingers too. He does not do the pick. Alex does. User says, thanks for the amazing vid, Sal. New fan here. Thank you. User, I appreciate that, sir. And I hope you will understand my response there. Appreciate you being a new follower of the channel. I really do. It means a lot to me that you've joined on here. Yes, I wish I was like Claypool Silver Watcher. That'd be awesome. Shadowwork, did you buy any non-precious metals in 2023? You know, I think my osmium I bought in 2023. I'm not sure. But and tantalum, I think I bought in 2023 as well. But that's about it, other than precious metals. Yes, indeed. John Alani Baker says, it's about the great taking look at Nancy Pelosi's stock moves. In the last 2 months, we shouldn't be doing what she's doing because she's about to get super rich because of insider trading. And she's a bandy. Yes. Yes, there's a lot of these Congress people have really profited lately. Who knows what's going to be doing, what happening there. But anyways, thank you, John Alani. And let's see here. We've got Kingaroo. There you go, Kingaroo. That's right, Martin. I like that. Kingaroo on this one. Metal Seer has just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Metal Seer. Whoa, look at that. Boom, shalaka. All right, very good. Osmium, yes. Coins A to Z, I would consider probably precious too, but maybe there was a question of being asked any metals other than gold and silver, platinum, and palladium. But I do consider it precious as well. Yes, indeed. Inside her trading. Yeah, there you go. That's what she said. Very good. All right. Now, Derry Roughly says here, do prefer the Queen's noggin on the coin. Yes, I think we're now missing the Queen now that she's gone compared to old Cuck Charles there. John Bannon. It says the following, the Queen was bad enough. Charles Yuck, king of what? I still stack maples. I live in Canada now. Yes, thou could have arms to something. I want Canada to have its own identity. You got it. That's right, exactly. And yep, he is a WEF shrill. Yes, indeed. Yes, and good. Yes, thank you again, Metal Seeder, for those. Very kind. All right, the channel memberships. Yes, indeed. All right, and Homestead Aquarius. It's the end of a very long era. Yes, it sure is. Crazy. The end of the long era for the Queen. 70 years reign. That's amazing to think about it. Cyber Curtain Twitcher. So far, I think the best effigy has been that on the Britannia. Yes, okay, there you go. I think the jury will still be out until these things are actually in people's hands. We'll see. All right. So Homestead Aquarius says here about all the gold in the world you thought you knew, which not a lot of people saw the video, but you might like the visualization in that video if you get a chance to check it out. I don't think we will ever know, but now I have more questions to ask if and when I make it to heaven. There you go. Well, Homestead Aquarius, you can be assured of that for sure. If you've accepted Jesus into your heart, I hope you have. Thank you, brother. And Theo Bradley says, the portrait has been doctored, Sal. Charles' ears are way bigger. All right, there you go. All right, well, we know now about his fingers, sausage fingers. But anyways, thank you, Theo. And then Troy Allen says, maybe it means Elon will start powering his cars with nuclear power instead of a battery. Also, the guy's feet are at the 3:45 o'clock position. Interesting. Okay. Is that when he walks? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that is an interesting thing for this thing. Yeah, it's wild. The global warmer with the thumbs up and algorithmic hanging loose symbol. Is he here by any chance? Yes, there's Homestead Aquarius. He's there. Homestead Aquarius, good to see you. Glad you're here, brother. Green is the new red, says Michael Church. Yes. All right, there's Bob Silver was with us. Melbourne Stacker says here, Sal, please say the capital of Australia again. I love it. Canberra. Is it Canberra? Am I saying it correctly? You sure are breaking news, Sal. I got the email about it a week ago from the Perth Mint. Okay, wow. I guess you and people in Australia got that here pretty quick. I was referring to the CoinWord article, which was dated today, but that's cool. All right. Very good. Let's see here. There can be only one Chris says. Spot on as usual, Sal. Great analysis. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Very good. And let's see here. Paula G. Pyramid. Anything built on sand, not stable. That's right. Exactly right. And here's one. Nathy Boy says, here, let me get to this and do this and then get over here to make this happen. As an Australian, I'm proud to have King Charles on our coins. We are most certainly an independent nation with an Australian head of state and the figure of our Governor General is local to my area, which I am also proud. Our GG is a representative of the Crown and is nominated by our government, who are in turn elected by the people to fulfill the role of a duration of GG's set term. The best thing is that, much like the Crown, the position of Governor General is politically neutral. Interesting. Well, I think it's mostly ceremonial, and we know that King Charles is anything but apolitical, but I digress. But anyways, very good. All right. Some people don't mind having him on there, but that's fine. I wouldn't if I lived in those countries. Another awesome, informative video. Thank you, Amwolf. I appreciate that. On all the gold in the world you thought you knew. Yes, indeed. All right. Gold Aztec here on the news from the Perth Mint says this. Evening, Sal. Seen an article yesterday in the New York Post that mentioned that King Charles could step down and allow his son to take over. Don't know how much truth the article has, but found the article interesting. And there is truth behind that. Would his coins increase in price? Potentially, especially if it happens within the year, because if that was to be the case, then it could be much like the King Edward VIII coins. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And Tony Erickson, actually, Tony Erickson said something earlier I want to address here because I don't know if I have this email or not yet, but I'll just say you here, Tony. Tony, if you can turn your phone the other way when you do your videos, pouring those gold bars, and send me a video of that, but turn it landscape view, I would love to show that on one of my videos. I think that would be so cool to see you pour actual gold. You let me know. You email me if you don't mind. And we'll discuss it. But yeah, because I think you sent me some pictures and some portrait view videos, but not the actual landscape ones. That would be cool, man. I'd love to show those in a video. That'd be neat. David McKenzie says, how many are the department free now that freedoms rest our slaves? Are debt free now that the freedoms rest our slaves? Yes. David, I'm not sure I get the question. How many are debt-free now that freedom rests our slaves? That's a strange verbiage there. Tesla, free energy and electricity and true constitutional government is coming. That's Nicera. And not anytime soon. That's going to be a complete reevaluation of everything. But yes, we'll see. I think they have other tricks up their sleeves to keep them in control. That will likely be done. For sure. All right. Thomas Manning. Let's get over here and get some real estate happening here to have this thing thoroughly pop in here. I'm going to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By looking at America and America's debts, it becomes easy to grasp that the Fed will be and has been increasingly forced to print baby print. Joe Biden is intentionally destroying America, invest in ammo, silver, gold, and canned dry food. Inflation, as you never known, is coming. All right. Well, I tell you what, I think it could reverse and we could see inflation worsen in 2024. We'll see here. All right. Could be. Bobby Agee says here, follow the trend journal. When all else fails, they take you to war. Yes, well, that's kind of what we talked about earlier in this video, for sure. It could be the case. Trindle Metal says, another good show, Sal. Love the information you always put out, man. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Trindle Metal. You've been another very faithful viewer here, and I appreciate it. I'm trying to build up more faithful viewers here. It's a very slow-growing channel, but I'm trying my best, and I can't help I am so thankful if just one more person is a daily watcher or almost daily watcher of the channels. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much for being one of those. It means a lot. Yes, indeed. Let me know. And thanks for letting me know you're here too. Definitely does. So I can properly thank you. And you guys that come in the live streams too. It means a lot to me that you're here. Unwatched says, seems kind of weird to complain about seeing a monarch on a Commonwealth coin. Many Americans just aren't educated enough. Well, unwanted, it's not about education. It's about a system and how that system is kind of antiquated. I know it's very much part of tradition, but many of these Commonwealth nations, they're starting to, turn away like Fiji has and Niue, Samoa, some of these other nations. But anyways, very good. All right, that's cool. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Tony. I know, and it's just kind of curiosity, but thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Good to see my Silver Journey. Good to see you, my Silver Journey. Let's see here. We've got Brian God 8405. Just bought 2 more ounces and 1 ounce of gold. Congratulations. Really good stuff. Biometric. Fire's been corrupted. Bro, that new kingdom means a mark in the forehead. Where have I heard that before? Yep, that's another interpretation too. Could it be the mark of the beast? I don't think that's what it is, but anyways. Quarter says some people just don't get it. That's right. And Mark Frost says, how to destroy your coins. Step 1, clean them. That's right. That's very good. Clean them. They should do it the right way. Very good. Foxy Joe, welcome. Good to see Foxy Joe. I think you're new here. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Gold Maple would love to get a kangaroo bullion coin with King Charles. And they will be coming for sure. Fifth and last beer from Michael K. All right. Nice. All right. Hope you're enjoying those beers. Malice, that opening is awesome. Thank you. Silver as money from the Bible. Watch this video. Thank you for watching that. Try again says, whoops. There you go. The scales of justice. Whoops. Indeed. Thank you, brother. Thumbs up from Silita on this one. Thank you. We're going to refresh these comments in a moment to get back to the original topic of the video. Yes, indeed. Stick with me here, guys. SG, the starburst on the forehead represents the third eye and awakened consciousness, a pineal gland. All right, thank you. It's probably likely what it is. That's right. Magic says that Rhonda Tucson, magic hat, indeed. Jade, okay, Jade's interpretation of this is this. Let's get to this here. By the way, good to see John Bannon is with us here tonight. And thank you, Foxy Joe. He sits quietly in the sidelines, but thank you for popping in tonight and saying hello, Foxy Joe. It means a lot to me that you're here. And thank you for watching the channel. Definitely appreciate that so much. So Jade says, regarding 620, the flower's name is Papaver soniforum, which is the opium poppy as shown together with their distinctive pods. Regarding 839, the constellation is Virgo. The Virgin, as described in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 1. Regarding 1004, the growing illumination in the jar is cold fusion, which is futuristic clean energy source. All right, very good. We'll see what becomes of that. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jade. And Jim Panuccio says, well, his brother is mentioned in the Epstein files, so him and his brother can get F. I will just buy cast bullion. There you go. Yep, Andrew, Prince Andrew. Gold Chick on this video here about the debt clock secrets. This is the most unconstitutional of times, in my opinion. Our leaders don't have any knowledge of it and are uneducated about it. No constitutional law training. Every one of them in office don't audit a course to even learn about it. Yep, I think you're right. Constitutional law is something that is becoming fewer and fewer as a focus, and it's unfortunate. Very true. All right. 9 Fine says, on the mask, I'm reading it as anonymity, as in cash, precious metals, etc. Okay, there you go. That makes sense. See, I love the views of the individuals that interpret some of these things, some things that I miss on this stuff. So, very good. All right. Matthew Crustlife. Hey, good to see you. We see that. Says here, Dale Val says this. It took an alternative energy bucket to me. It assembles the figures of an ancient cultures like in Graham Hancock books that all the carvings show the gods carrying a bag or can like this, maybe a mini reactor. Imagine a system we could all power our homes and transportation with centralized free or low ownership energy. And that debt clock is growing faster than Biden's dementia. And Sterling can just recent $34 trillion and added $7 billion in interest mostly. I read our interest on the debt surpasses GDP in 5 years or less. How will it work? It won't, says Dale. I think you're probably right. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. All right, we've got Mikey Nichols. They are trolling truth. God is in control, wealth and freedom on the doorstep. This is not by chance. That's right. Not by chance. Silver Heights says, Qatar financial scandals tainted some politicians in the European Parliament. It's all a big club and we aren't invited. That's right, exactly. Follow the money. Well said. Exactly right. Gold rolls deep. Looks like opium and flour and wheat. That's right. Representing drugs, maybe. I think so. That addictive nature to the printing press. Yes, indeed. Matthew Bittner with algorithmic cue ball here, I think. Or white moon or something. I don't know. Aslag 1046. When you took long enough, A3 looks like an 8. 8403 225 84 trillion. Okay. When you look at it long enough. Yep. Yes, indeed. Year-end algorithmic stuff from the English professor. Thank you so much, my friend, on this video. Gold Chick says, bye, Sal. Oh, man. She's saying goodbye from the last live stream, but she's here today. We love Gold Chick. She is awesome. And Nick says, this is a comment and very much appreciated from Nick leaving a comment. D Glass is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Chris Bustler is here. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the thumbs up on this live stream. Do we have 150 thumbs up yet? Or maybe 7,000 thumbs up? It won't let me post a comment to that anyways. 66 Sam, sorry I missed this one this AM. Got a new mattress and I've been sleeping very well. Congratulations. Sleep is so important. I'm glad you're sleeping well. Yes, indeed. I'm glad. All right. We've got Larry Oliver says some reference to Orwell's 1984. Very well could be. Very well could be indeed. Rhonda Busen, goatee goes with the green eyes. Goatee is a sign of pride and vanity. Okay. Next, the green eyes represents the wind of the soul, and the soul being a vengeful spirit, one who needs revolution. Okay, there you go. Yes, indeed. Very, very good indeed. Metal Seer. I checked. I don't think I'm on the list. I didn't see my name there. I was worried, though, for a minute, or a second, or 2 hours. All right. All right. Rusty Hill, Fort Knox is the Fed's storage shed. There you go. Area 51 is the Fed's playground. Individuals working at these sites, I'm sure, make really good money. Yes, indeed. I'm sure they do, too. And Rhonda Dustin, this is a poppy for certain. See the bulb in the center. All right. Yep, I think you're right. I just missed it. And J. says the light on his head is a pineal gland, his third eye. All right, there you go. We are meant to evolve into higher beings, he says here. Now's the time. Yep, I think you and like a handful of others have gotten that imagery, and I think that you've nailed it on that. Which means that I'll be able to reference it again in future videos and properly thank you guys for helping me out. There you go. Tucson Bubba is going to be stacking some aluminum tonight, but first he needs to empty the beer from the can. I hear you, brother. Oh, yeah. Mark B is hungry. Get him some food. Lenny Bogart says, Rappo the Third won't find that crap in my stack. Right? Some people that will not stack it. They're adamant about it. The flower looks like a lily to me, perhaps signifying the death of the old system. Okay, there you go. People were saying poppies, but yes, indeed, let's see here. Platinum video soon. We'll see. I might do another platinum video. The platinum videos get hardly any views on them, but I might do one anyway. All right, Mike Jennings. How did the federal tax revenue go up so much in one day, and now the clock is adding revenue, whereas yesterday revenue was falling? I think it's I think the debt clock kind of resets some of its numbers. So when the tickers don't tick at the same pace, then when the new data is it comes in, then it resets the counter. And either moves the other way or catches up. And I think that's probably what's happening there. T-Girl Amber is here. Welcome, T-Girl. Bosnian Stacker says here, the following. Good time to stack gold and silver. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Knife Collector says, there's only been one man worthy of being a king, and he is coming back soon. That's right. That is Jesus Christ. Exactly right, Knife Collector. Silver Money from 8 years ago. Then I'm going to refresh these comments and see what's popped up from today's news here. But Silver Money says the following. Try using a log splitter for the next unboxing. I've never seen that done before. Yeah, if I only had one handy. The reverse proof time is really a thing of beauty, though. They are ridiculously priced on eBay. I guess I will have to see if I can do trade with somebody. I wonder if what they're pricing for now. I haven't checked them recently, but yes, indeed. All right. All right, let's see here. And Xander Dash from 8 years ago. Does the Truman set restock? Once they sell out, they're gone. From the Mint. Gold Bear Bunny says, that's awesome. You just that method just sucks. Hope you comfort poor soft kitties after the great video. They have recovered since then. They are doing fine. Hello where? Hello here, Muslim Pakistani. We are here. Hope you will come back. Multi-Gun Man with 5 stars on this one from Multi-Gun Man. Thank you, sir. The real Mr. Snickers is laughing at this one. Thank you. All right, we had fun on that video. Multi-Gun Man with another one. Magna Carta says, Ron Card on here. Independence Day Streets of Gold from the Magna Carta. Appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Very kind. And we've got John Hartley. Hope he's doing okay. We've not seen him in a while. Independence Day Streets of Gold video. I usually do Independence Day messages. All right, very good. And nice pickup says Silver Rookie. Thank you. If he's still stacking, he's no longer a rookie 8 years later. And John T says, Salivate, you're the best man. You're the voice, the kitty, and the silver. Thank you so much. We should show the kitties more in those videos back then. They're not nearly as curious these days, but I need to do a proof of life video for them. And Argent Orange says, I'm getting that round next week. It just looks too nice to not get one at all. Great assistance there. I'm a cat fan myself. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Oldfang says, nice coins. Thank you on this one, and well said on this video from Mr. Oldfang. Thank you, sir. I want to try to get to 9 years ago, and we're going to get there soon on these comments. We're trying to get to answer every comment, either heart them or answer every comment on this stream. It's going to be a big to do if I can do it. Gawain's Treasure and Adventures is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Tucson Bubba still here with a bourbon pump. Thank you. Boogeyman 777 says, it's Numi, the numismatist cat. Awesome video, Salivate. I have yet to get one of those beautiful coins. Today might be a good day with silver being down and all. Yes, indeed. I hope you're able to get one. Yes, indeed. All right, there you go. Coins A to Z had to run an errand. You understand that at one point, 1800s, aluminum was apparently more valuable than gold. Yes, indeed. In fact, Coins A to Z, the top of the Washington Monument was capped with aluminum because it was so expensive. They thought, wow. Of course, nowadays, you know, that capstone is still worth a lot of money because of the process to refine that aluminum is very different than it is today. But you're exactly right. Aluminum was much more expensive than gold. All right. I may do a video about that actually, because that is exactly right. The capstone of the Washington Memorial. All right. Canadian coin hunting. Great purchase there, Esseman. Thank you for sharing. Those wedge-tailed eagles look amazing. Keep up the great work. And thank you again. Thank you, sir. And I appreciate you watching. I hope you can come back and watch the video some more. As I'm still here. They look awesome, man. It says SY9593. Let's refresh these comments and see if there's anything else that's popped in for the later videos. And we do have one here. Silver says here, why would silver go up because of war? Well, I explained in this video why it would. It hasn't gone up yet because of wars. Gold goes up with fear, not silver. That's true, but the thing is the demand is going to increase, and it could increase exponentially if a war footing is there. That's what we're talking about. And I mentioned some of that in this video. As war picks up and more nations need a silver for their war materials, you're going to see it go up. There you go. All right, Melbourne Stacker is here to hear me say Canberra again. Is it Canberra or Canberra? I'm not sure. I don't know how you could phonetically type it out. Canberra. Hello, Canberra there, over there in Australia. That's what we're going to do to the capital city in Canberra, or Canberra. Canberra. Is it Canberra? Canberra? Oh, I don't know. Oh, the one thing I do know is that me Australian accent's pretty darn good, except for when I say Canberra. I had a feeling you knew that about aluminum. You're a smart fella. Better than being a fart. Oh, a fart smeller. He got it. That's right. I was going to use my own joke, use a joke against him, but he already did it. Good job, Coins A to Z. You are the man. I'm a fart smeller. I love the smell of farts. Lars Job. Good to see you, Lars Job. If you want to know all about aluminum capstone and a whole lot of other metal mayhem, read The Disappearing Spoon. Great book about the periodic table. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. I'm not much of a reader, but I'm going to have to give that one a whirl. Canberra. Is it Canberra? Is Canberra? Is that how you say it? Savinator, I think you're from Australia too. Canberra. Even though it's spelled like Canberra, it's Canberra. Interesting. I'll have to remember that. Hard-boiled eggs and they exploded out of your butt, Mark B. We need specifics on that one. It's Canberra. It's Canberra. Is it Canberra or Canberra? Wow. I never knew that. All right. It's Canberra. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Dale says, congratulations. It's been a while since I've watched any stacking videos. I had a few medical problems last year and couldn't buy as much. I love your P33 Gold. Well, Dale, I pray you're doing okay now, and welcome back. Hope you can stack in 2024. Thank you, brother. Metal Seer, thank you, brother. All right. Sal, do you think government reports are distorted in election years? I do. Plus, good numbers get adjusted downwards the next month if you notice. I agree with that. That's why I'm calling up the chefs of the Cook the Books Club. They do like to cook the numbers for us. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Oh, yeah. Font smeller. Thank you again, Metal Seer. Let's give you 5 push-ups, my brother. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from Metal Seer. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate that so much. You were the man. All right. Tyndall Metals, I don't care what's on it. I'll take blank gold coins. Don't stamp it. Just give me the blank. There you go. Yep, I understand. Yes, indeed. Man, this debt clock is driving me crazy. I know. It's nuts, debt clock there. Thank you, brother. And let's see here. Tyndall Metals, always a good info, Sal. Thank you. Thank you, brother. And we've got... Toby says Tesla equals free energy. Yes, indeed. That's right. Tesla. It's not referring to the band. It's not referring to anything else. All right. There we go. Gold chick on that one. Let's see here. More on that. Answer my question from last video. Thank you. Thank you, Gold Chick, for checking it out. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. Very, very good. Let's see. Oh, is Trump speaking tonight? Mark B, you have to check it out. And Richard says, marching towards the abyss we are. Surely does seem that way with what's going on in Korea. We covered that. Melbourne Stacker, that Aussie accent made my day. Well, thank you, Melbourne Stacker. Try me best. Now I'm going to remember Canberra. Is it Canberra? Hope I said that right. Canberra. I'm going to give you 8 push-ups there in Australian dollars. Because you're the man. Here we go. 8. I'm going to count them off with an Australian accent. Here we go. From Melbourne Stacker. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got me 8 push-ups there. But Melbourne Canberra Stacker, my guess is even though he's from Melbourne, he might change his name to Canberra. That's right. Very good. All right, let's see here. And from 8 years ago, Silver Strike, it was nice of you to buy one for both kitties. Yes, indeed. They loved them, too. Thank you, Silver Strike. Silver Diva, great video, always entertaining. Thanks for sharing. We miss Silver Diva. Part of the reason why I go back in time for some of these comments when I catch up from the other ones is maybe I bring back some of the old viewers. Gonna have to pick up some, says D. Chevron. Yes, indeed. I hope you're able to get those. Of the Earth. Nice looking design on them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Thank you, brother. All right. I'm a legit Crocodile Dundee. All right. All right. Sowboy. Beautiful coins. It's weird, though. Usually I see eagles taking off with kitties, not the other way around. That's right. That's true. And Count Derpula is here. He's tired. I'm sorry. When we got to wake Count Derpula up. Come on, Count Derpula. What can I do to excite you here? All right, nice video, says Surge is nice. Thank you. We're catching up here. All videos, and silver or gold says here. Great video. Kitty loves chasing birds. They're very well struck coins. Yes, indeed. Love the wedge-tailed eagles. Wedge-tailed eagles. My favorite design of the Perth stuff. Stackmaster G, nice pickups. These wedge-tailed eagles are nice looking. Love the wedge. From 2014 to 2015, hands down my favorite designs of all. Mr. Eminem 911. Kitty just couldn't resist. I bought two for the same reason. It's a beautiful design. Good pickups. Thank you, sir. Yes, indeed. And Smokes Monkey says, your cat is interested in whatever is under the bedspread. Catnip, coin nip. That's right. I need to put a little catnip on the coins to get her going there. Very, very good. And we've got Tax Chode says, great cat. Love the kitties. Indeed. And Gold Bear Bunny says, I think Soft Kitty might be a fan of PMs. I think so too. And Bruce McCoy says, watch the cuddly kitty. We're going to watch that kitty for sure. And Super EROQ, watch that kitty. You see the kitty scheming on how to get the wedges back on a secret pile. Yes, they're very, very sneaky, these cats are. Very, very sneaky they are indeed. All right. All right. Multi-gun man with another stuff happening there. Very nice, says Jay Cricket. Going back in time. Kitty wanted to go buy some fancy feast with those coins. I think so too, Star Wreck. I think that's what the kitty wanted to do. Watch out with the cat burglar. Nice pickups, SM. Thanks for sharing with. Thank you, Silver Streak. Appreciate you watching from so long ago. Corn Dog, better watch some soft and cuddly kitties. They are wanting to start their own stack, it looks like. I think so too, yes. But that has been since been abandoned, reckless abandon. Mudswat, who still comes around from time to time, says, beautiful coins. I love almost every coin with traditional eagles on them. And keep it in happy stacking. Yes, I do. They are nice. They are nice indeed. All right, very good. All right, everybody. Let's see here. We're plugging away. Oh, Shadow Work. $2 super chat. Thank you, Shadow Work. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind. Yes, indeed. Yeah, there you go. Get the cats in for the extra comments. It's going to take a lot more work than it did back then. Back then, they were curious. Now they could give two poopies about it. The Silver V, great-looking coins. It seems like there are just too many cool coins and rounds to get. Yes, indeed. There's a lot. And it's only exacerbated exponentially since that comment. Uflaw, anybody know what does this equal to? 100 ounces of gold. What do you mean by weight or price? And let's see here. And Silver Grabber says, nice, thank you. 1 ounce gold kangaroo. One of my favorite kangaroo designs, by the way. Probably my favorite one. GS Woka, right on, brother, buy the dips. That's right. 2015, the year of cheap silver. Boy, that is very true. It sure was. You guys should check that video out for if a blast from the past. 2015 being the year of cheap silver. Branders, help. I don't have a computer and all I have is an iPhone and have the same settings as the computer. What should I do? Desktop mode. Hopefully you can see my response. I was able to respond because this was broken for a while. Very good. And Tom Larson is still with us here. Good to see Tom Larson. Thanks for popping in tonight. As we're going through this, we're kind of past the, right now we're just answering comments to a video. We're pretty much over the special report part. If you want to see that and you're coming in late, watch the replay for the first about 12 minutes of this video. But anyways, very good. All right. Silver Guy Forever says, happy 4th. Thank you. And the 4th of July, 2015. And that video was done. Nice video, says Surge is nice. The channel started in 2013, so we're getting closer there. Of the Earth, we the people. There you go. All right, very good. Whoa! No way! Look at that. Lars Job has just dropped a thermonuclear bomb of Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Wow! Good job, Lars. That's amazing. Look at that. 50 Salivate Metal memberships. Look at it. It is just, it is scatter bombing, carpet bombing the entire chat here. Look at all these gift memberships being handed out by Lars Job. That is, man, wow. Boom, shalaka. I'm going to do a combination of push-ups and curls for that. Let's start with some push-ups, 20 of those. Wow, thank you, Lars. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. All right, let me catch a little breath there. And then I'll do 30 curls. Wow, thank you, Lars. That is very generous of Lars. Wow. Man. Crazy multi-gunman, 5 stars on this one. Thank you. Lars, wow. Man. That is awesome. Look, if you received the channel gift membership from Lars, and I give him a big thank you. One of many just got in. One of many, good to see you. We're over our scheduled broadcast for the subject of this video, but if you want to see that, when this is over, watch the replay for the first 12 minutes. And, but yes, indeed. All right. Yes, Lars, me either. That's crazy. He says he don't think he's ever seen so many light up all at once. Well, what happened, Lars, is a lot of these have expired, so they're being rehanded back out to some folks. And so, yeah, that's great. That's amazing. They just lit up like a Christmas tree, and it's crazy. Wow. All right. Let's do 30 curls now for Lars. Here we go. Lars Job. Man, here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Thank you, John. Have a good night, John. And David C., thank you so much. He's going to listen in tomorrow. Thank you, David C. It's 1 a.m. in Ireland. No problem, my friend. A lot of gold and silver selling on Facebook rapidly. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you, David C. Let's finish with 15 more in the other arm for Lars Job. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. There we go. All right. We're done with that. Thank you, Lars. Appreciate that, my friend. For those of you new here, usually whenever somebody donates channel gift memberships or dollars via Super Chat, I do one exercise, whether it be push-ups or what have you, or curls or butterfly kicks or something. $2, 2 of them for every dollar donated via PayPal, friends, and family. All right. Very good. Yes, indeed. One day, John Bethia, one day. All right. Seattle says, good positive information on the 4th of July Salivate. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Streets of Gold. Steve AUAG, nice video, Salivate Metal. Happy 4th of July. Thank you, brother. I love you, Hepcat. All right. Hep Kitty. Thank you. Thank you, Hepcat. Appreciate that. And Crypto Stacking says, those look great. I'll have to pick up one. There you go. Yes, indeed. The Elemental Mint. High relief for all the rage back then. Part-Time Prepper says this. Says, great vid, Sal. Too many negative vids about the U.S. lately. Nice vid to see this one. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Han says, yes, they're great, my friend. Happy Independence Day. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Happy Independence Day to you. Mudswat says the following here. Strangely, the streets are paved with gold. In the early days of Alaskan gold mining, the dirt from tailing piles was used to make many roads. These tailing piles contain gold, making the roads literally paved with gold. Yep, that's true. It's pretty amazing, for sure. All right, very, very good. And let's see here. Let's get back over here. Very good. Okay, thank you, Jeff Nelson. Yes, the market should be interesting tomorrow with all that's going on, with the stuff that we talked about here with North Korea. It'll be very interesting to see how the Asian markets react. So I hope you will join us then. Join in. Thank you, Jeff Nelson. Mr. Monkey Swag was first on this video, which means that there's no more comments on that one. And here, the Sandbaker, Salvador, why do you invest in copper? I don't invest in copper. Never have invested in copper. Sandbaker, let's see here. It says, stacking silver ho, another one on the wish list. That's right. Yes, pretty cool piece. I wonder what these things are going for in the secondary market, by the way. I'm very curious to know. It says here. And we've got Golden Gambit. Would love to get some bullet bars. Yes. With the little bullet coins or bullet shaped bullet pieces are nice. You can still get those. But boy, there's a premium on those things. They're really expensive. Because they're machined. They're not struck. It's kind of interesting. Stacking and packing. Congrats on your win, my friend. Those are cool silver bars. Thanks for sharing. Yes, silver prices from Silver Planet. Yes, I wonder what Silver Planet is doing these days. He actually poured those little things, and they're pretty neat. They're not marked, but they're nice and shiny, and I like them. I like them a lot. They're very, very cool pieces indeed. All right. Let's see here. Multi-Gunman with the 5-star rating on this video. Showing those cool little bars. Hello, Larry. Hey, thank you, Russ Philly. Full-time light from a part-time prepper. Yes, indeed. And we've got, for the price you paid, I'd send it back and get a better-looking capsule, just my opinion. Yeah, that one was pretty heavily, of course, right now. This coin, I remember what I paid for this coin, and it's now a very highly collectible coin. And I got it for under spot price, tracking into today. It's crazy. Spot price overtook the premium by a long shot for that coin. It's crazy. All right. Woo Dog Recordings, good video. Thank you. 1816, Silver American Eagle. Yes, fun stuff. Fake silver. Pretty wild to see that. And let's see here. Stacking and packing. Congrats on 5,000 subscribers. Wow. There we go. It goes to show you, look how far it's come. So back in 2015, see the thing is 2015 to get from 1 to 5,000 was growing a lot faster back then, believe it or not, than I am now. Congrats on 5,000 subscribers, my friend, and that was very funny. CCT slide is really cool. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Native Stacker is here. He says, how come you didn't call me to tell me you were here? Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. The old notification should have alerted you, but sometimes they're not working out too well. Whoa! Oh my goodness gracious! Zardoz has just dropped a thermonuclear bomb. Man, in Zardoz fashion, Zardoz 2024, 50 Salivate Metal memberships. Boom shalaka! Wow, that's crazy. Look, and they're just popping them. Look at that, populating. All these people getting green, turning green with envy. Look at that, Zardoz. Wow. All right. Let us now commence to doing some more push-ups for Zardoz. Wow. Man. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oh, those were harder to do this time. Oh, boy, yes, they were. Wow. Zardoz, wow, man. You and Lars are the champions tonight. I think that's the maximum you can gift on a live stream. That's amazing. Wow, Lars, thank you so much, brother. Boom shalaka. Look at them all go. Whew. This may be the most that's ever been handed out in any given live stream. That's amazing. 420 stacker. If you go to click on the above icon, there should be a place there to accept channel memberships, or you can just click the join button there below your screen if you're on desktop, and you can join that way. Yes, indeed. But there you go. Look at them go. Wow. 100 strong in one stream. Yes, indeed. And I think some others gifted like 5 earlier. I think somebody gifted 5 earlier. So, yeah, crazy. Wow. All right, Oki Eco is laughing at this. This is a fun video to do. Stock Jockey, congrats on reaching 5,000 subs. And you can now wash the blue towel for the next 5,000 subs. Yes, indeed. And I needed to do that. That's a good one, Stock Jockey. It's a lot of cat hair. Cat hair is just a part of life here in this household. Klaus Loxley says, what? Yes, indeed. It's crazy to think about. An 1816 Silver Eagle. 5 stars from Multi-Gun Man, which I appreciate. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Keep the live stream going. Let's do 30 more curls for Zardoz. Wow. Here we go. Here we go. Man. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right. There we go. Thank you, Zardoz. Thank you guys for putting up with me as I do those exercises. That's my way to kind of like in this little thing we do as tradition here. Yes, indeed. By the way, can anybody give me a count on how many thumbs up we have? I'm still showing 0 here, and I really can't refresh this thing without messing up my screen and where I have my chat and everything like that, if you don't mind. Super Watcher, 5 pounds. No, it's actually not that much. It's a 20-pound weight. So not much, not much. I'm not a big guy. All right, Kosher Pig, no doubt get your hands on what you can, because there will be a day soon when it will be out of reach. Yes, indeed. Well, not further out of reach right now than ever before. For sure. Gold and silver, what they're worth to you. Especially for gold. 195. Okay, thank you, Tony Erickson. Dale Val says 197. Butterfly effect is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in tonight. Sabinator is here. Still, the tribe is here. So we might be able to get to 200 tonight. Is that possible? Maybe we can get to 200. Red Crawler says 198. ATM says I'm 198. But Silver Dart says 201. Butterfly effect click for 198. Thank you, brother. Silver Rookie says, I like it. I'm thinking I might collect the series as well. All right. And I think I've got them all before Elemental went out of business. 2016 Centennial Gold Coins update. Very cool set. Looking forward to getting these for sure. It was a nice. I would love to see. I wish they would have made the set of all 3 together. Very good. Oh, thank you, Zardoz. That's very kind, my friend. Says giving something back for all the hard work you do. And Zardoz, I can't thank you enough for your support, and all of you folks for being here, for watching, and for the super chats. It means a lot. It really does. I appreciate that more than you know. And yeah, very kind of you indeed. Silver Speed says here, on the American Liberty High Relief Gold Coin renderings release. Yes, that's where we're going back in time now. So this is when the renderings were released. It says here, Lady Liberty looks good. I think anorexic is an issue, but I'm sure no one would want an extremely large lady on there. I guess there could be found a medium. That's true. Yep, that's right, Silver Speed. Awesome, he says on this too. Thank you, brother. And Foxy Joe who has been coming out of the shadows here, has been watching for a while. Now, he gave a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend Foxy Joe. Very kind of you indeed. Let's do 5 quick push-ups for you. Thank you so much, Foxy Joe. All right, here we go. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Nice, nice. Okay. Let's see here. Silver Speed, well, I was wrong, but fantastic news. Thanks for sharing. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that on this one here video. Mr. Eminem 911, interesting to see this concept coin. I didn't know they created them. Pretty cool. Yep, 1995 concept dollar on enveloping. I love these concept dollars. I'm a big fan of those. Found that one pretty cheap, actually. All right. Very kind. Vulcan says here, very nice coin slide. Yep. When I got my first CCT silver slide back in the day, and the other part of your vid I didn't see, that was awesome. I'd see nothing. Thanks for keeping it real. Thank you, Vulcan. Appreciate that, brother. We miss Vulcan. He was a great pourer. He revolutionized silver pouring with wood pours, burning wood pours. E-Cord is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Glad you're here with us tonight. And Plata Stacker says, love the high relief wedge-tailed eagle. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Yes. Well, actually, this is not a wedge-tail. This is the American Liberty. But yes, indeed. But the wedge-tail high relief is nice, too. She's a beauty. 2015 1.5 ounce Canadian silver bison. Up close and personal. Yes, back in the days we did that. Those were fairly popular videos. Yes, indeed. Very good. And let's see here. We've got Blue Steel says here, get stacked from the CCT coin slide unboxing. First one of 2 that I have. Awesome coin slide, says Surge. Nice. Yeah, they were cool. I wish CCT was here to check that out. But anyways, let's refresh these comments one more time. See what we've got here. X199. I have thought the exact opposite on this video, he says here. The 2024, the age of misinformation. What a pound for pound, it's the purest, and those in the know are using this misnomer to scoop it all up. It could be. It very well could be. You might be onto something there. Very well could be onto something with that. All right, very good. Good to see. Rich, yep, metals and lead. That's exactly right. J. Kelly, JKLY. How many ounces of gold and silver should one have in their stack? It depends on the individual. It depends on your situation. But there's numbers that, there's been a number floated around for a while that say if you want to be comfortably well positioned, about 1,000 ounces of silver is probably something to shoot for in the long run. If you don't have any, maybe start with smaller goals, like having 100 ounces of silver. And then about 50 to 100 ounces of gold is another thing to shoot for gold to have in your stack. But those are fairly arbitrary numbers, but you just base off of what you're going to need for how long you're going to need it. So I may do a video about it because I get that question a lot. And I may do a video about it because it's a nuanced discussion and it deserves more than just throwing out some numbers like I did for you quickly here. So I may consider a video about that if I can remember here. All right. BG Hager says here, well, the best advice I have, oops, dang it, I hate when I do that. Wish I could turn that feature on. So it says here, best advice I have for you is to go listen to some of the prophecies by Kim Clement as well as Bob Jones. Both are dead, and after you listen to them, you will find they have quite a few things they spoke about that are exact things we are living through. There's supposed to be a new energy source. USA is supposed to return to the gold standard. Oil will be found in Israel. Whoever is doing the pictures and the clocks is very familiar with these prophecies. All I will say is that in the end, God always ends, and if you thought the past few years were crazy, buckle up. You ain't seen nothing yet. Well, very well could be onto something. Maybe they're inspired by these individuals. I don't know. Thank you, Savage Lee. 208 thumbs up. Thank you. Love your AR-15s, America. There you go. Thank you, Savage Lee. Mike Herrera is here. Good to see you, Mike. Stackmaster G. Very cool. Really dig the magnetic CCT slide. It is good stuff in there. Yes, indeed. Quality product, says Mr. Oldfang. It is very, very good stuff indeed. Yes, sir. Whoops. All right. Let's get down here too. Living on the budget, cannot afford gold, but got a lot of silver, says Indian. All right, there you go. There are ways you can get gold even now on a budget. All right, thank you so much, Coins A to Z. Have a good evening. Thank you, brother. 59 to 100 ounces of gold is big money for the average American. Yes, it is, Metal Seer. That's right. And I would say that's why I say that's long-term goals, Metal Seer. So I would probably start with immediate goals. Because, yeah, for most, it's not going to be attainable very, very quickly, but you're exactly right. That's why it's more of a nuanced discussion. So you're right, Metal Seer. Good point indeed. Super ER says CSI Silver. Love it. There you go. Thank you. Let's get down here a little bit more to this here. Very cool, says Countryman. Thank you, Countryman. The concept dollar on enveloping. Yeah, I like this concept dollars. I have a few of these. Some of them paid more than others. Steve AUAG looks like a nice looking coin. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Steve AUAG. Very kind of you indeed. All right, guys. Well, I've been going for well over 2 hours here, folks. So I think I'm going to say goodnight now. But stay tuned tomorrow. You're going to want to be here tomorrow. I think with what's going on in North Korea right now. And it could have a direct impact on the markets. So as the markets open tomorrow, you're going to want to be here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, because we could see some interesting and crazy stuff potentially in the Asian markets with gold and silver. I don't know, but I have a feeling. We'll see. So thank you so much for being here tonight. If you're now just joining us here, make sure to rewind after this broadcast is over and publishes and watch the first 12 minutes of this video, because that's where most of the content is on the special report that I gave tonight. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Special thanks to those who gave super chats tonight, and thank you so much to Lars and Zardos for the massive channel gift donations, membership donations. Very, very nice of you indeed. Wow. Appreciate you being here tonight, everybody. Make sure to pop in tomorrow night. It's going to be a very interesting report. We'll find out what happens with the silver and gold markets then. And I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.